Hello there and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ungainly Titan. This March, Wargaming have introduced this new kind of ops competition, Tank Madness, where each weekend they're planning a competition on the similar manner to the Tank Bowl. Two nations pit at each other, you pick your side, commit to it and play those tanks for the weekend. You gain points similar to Tank Bowl except it's based off experience, so number 1 in experience gets 5 points. 2 and 3 get 2 points, and 4 to 5 placed by experience get 1 point. I chose Team UK mostly on the basis that I had actually more UK tanks than I had American tanks, so that I could swap around depending on my feelings on the matter and how I was doing and how well I was doing. I kind of wanted to grind out crew on the premium tanks. I have a crew that I intend ultimately to put on the chariot here when I have what I deem to have sufficient skills, which is probably in the order of 12 to 14 skills. And I intend to put them on the chariot here because I want to test out a theory basically that the chariot here is really good if you have a very high stealth crew. Of course, me playing medium tanks mightn't be the best for actually achieving victory on my team. Although I've done rather well with the Boilermaker. I didn't do so well with the FE4202P when I transferred to that, or with the Centennial T95. However, I did some reasonable games. I basically played the first day with the Boilermaker, and then Saturday I've played with the FE4202P and the Centennial, and today I've mostly played with the Excelsior. Today being Sunday. Now I've taken this position here on the highway map because earlier I found that I'm really no good at skirmishing with this medium tank, with medium tanks probably in general, but particularly with the Boilermaker. I'm better off actually using it, using the gun at range and from cover, using it more as a sniping tank. Get into aggressive positions and use it as a sniping tank, and maybe make more use of it like a medium later on in the game. It's not bad at this role. Now, the crew have very good camouflage skills. However, you can see from the map that my detection range actually exceeds my view range. That is, I can be in theory detected from further out than I can actually spot things. Now, of course, there are variabilities like the camouflage values of the tanks that I'm trying to spot, and the view ranges of the tanks that are trying to spot me. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. But I do get spotted more often than I would say if I was in a similar position with the T67 or with the Hellcat. However, I have, you know, the Boilermaker's kind of better able to cope with that kind of situation as well. So I've decided to shut down that Crusader here before he caused too much trouble, and I'm basically ploughing back and forth in the river now until the 6th sense goes off, where I can get back into position to do something again that is useful to my team. There is some good cover down here as well, so I take the opportunity to put around into that T1 Heavy and that KV1. Tracking shots are very useful because they also enable the team to take out the same target. Things are pretty even at the moment. And the fight looks balanced in the town. Outside of the town, I think the enemy team seem to have a slight edge. So I've tried to put some shots into that T67. There's a T40 over there. He stopped when I thought he'd keep going, and I snapped one off at the end and managed to take off about half his health. T67 I'm lining up from, and then I spot, oh hello there. Much more interesting target. Let's take out the Gorilla. And we managed to finish him off. Now, the question is, what do I do next? I was actually tempted to go after the T67, then I looked at the situation in the town and decided that our position was a little too precarious, and that I needed to do something about the cap. And that I needed to do it now because the Boilermaker is a relatively slow tank. It's not going to get up there in a hurry. One capture can take their while. Obviously they have a long time to cap out on encounter mode. However, if they're joined by a couple of other tanks, the cap counter can decline pretty rapidly, and one can then be caught out very badly. So we have some support coming in from the north, where we've actually kind of won the day, so to speak. And there are a few tanks behind me as well, but the biggest problem is that A43, because he could take me out before I get to the cap circle. Now I suppose I could have spent a little bit more time, but I wanted to get a reset in. The KV2 in the cap circle, unfortunately he missed me. So I'm going to back up now and deal with the A43 in his tract, which is quite handy because the artillery just tracked him. So we take him out, and now I want my 6th sense to go away before I appear in front of the KV2 again. I didn't actually realise that in the game that I had 5 kills at this point. I was just mostly concerned with keeping the cap circle reset until allies could get here. So I've just taken what I hope is a non-obvious approach, and that the KV2 won't have his gun pointed directly at me. And I managed to get a shot off, and he snaps one off, and he doesn't get it near me. Now, arguably I could have turned around there and chased the KV2. He was a one-shot kill, probably. But I didn't feel that confident about it. Although 167, dodgy enough. I might not have done it. So anyway, victory. My allies arrived in time and removed the situation from my consideration, and I get over 2k damage, 1300 spotting damage, loads of operations fulfilled, first class mastery, high caliber, and I came first by experience. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please consider giving it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please give the channel a subscription, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you again soon.